Go. Good morning, Annex.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Good evening, next.
I'm just waiting for some lawyers.
Sounds good, Your Honor. No problem.
Judge, we will be getting an interpreter for Garcia Moises and Javier Limas.
Okay.
They just haven't told me who it's going to be yet.
All right. Good morning, downtown.
Good morning, ma'am. I have Mr. Limas Javier.
Right. I'm just waiting for some lawyers.
Okay,
I understand that's the only one you have, so if you'll get him ready, as soon as his lawyer shows up, we'll get on it.
that's correct, Judge. Judge, he's gonna need an interpreter.
Correct.
Okay,
Got one lined up. Thank you.
thank you, Judge.
Downtown? Oh, I need the interpreter. I have Mr. Lucy and Mr. Gonzalez ready. I just need the interpreter. Good morning, Mr. Gonzalez. Welcome back, Mr. Lucy.
Good morning, Judge.
Hello. Good morning, Judge.
Annex, if I can have Mr. Moises Garcia, please.
Okay. Tell me now, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yes, this is.
The interpreter will be Gloria Noyola, Judge.
Okay. All right, we're just waiting for the interpreter to log on.
Judge, are you think you need an interpreter for my client?
Yes.
No, he speaks English.
He speaks English?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I was informed he needed an interpreter.
I'm sorry, Judge. I don't know where that came from, but we're ready to go.
Okay. Court calls the case of Moises Garcia, 2022-0C0-2598. What says the state
Stephen Lucy, on behalf of the state of Texas, we're ready to proceed.
and the
Anthony-
defense?
Anthony Gonzalez, Your Honor. For Moises Garcia, I see that he's present. We're ready to proceed.
Okay. You are Moises Garcia?
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand. Solemnly swear or affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
Charged with the offense of criminal trespass alleged to have occurred June 28, 2022 in El Paso County, Texas. To those charges, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Court will follow the state's recommendation, find you guilty, sentence you to 100 days in jail plus court costs with credit for time served on everything. Anything further?
Nothing further from the defense, Your Honor.
Okay, you may be excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
May I have Julius Adams, please?
Coming out, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr.
Good morning,
Russo.
Mr.
They're getting your
They're
client.
getting your.
What's going on? All right, court calls the cases of the state of Texas versus Julius Adams, cause numbers 2023-0C04414, 2023-0C04925, 2023-0C09209, 2023-0C06015. We're here for a pretrial. What says the state
Stephen Lucia, on behalf of the state of Texas, we're ready to proceed.
and the defense?
Your Honor, Louis Gutierrez, on behalf of Julius Adams, we're ready to proceed as well, Your Honor.
All right, so I understand the felonies are set for trial in July.
June 7th, that's what I see in front of me, Judge. But I will tell you, Judge, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Judge, I've been trying to get with Ada Narwani, which is the prosecutor that's in charge of the 210th cases for Mr. Adams.
Mhm.
Right now, they have recommended 3 years to do. We've submitted a character packet. She is out of town. I've been trying to meet with her. She got out of a murder trial as well. And so I've tried to meet with her, and I've scheduled for 1 o'clock next Thursday. And I'm hoping I can, ambush her and get her to visit with me, because I think we can work this case out. And that will encompass all of your cases as well, Judge. It's just, I just haven't been able to get them. And I've got multiple emails to multiple prosecutors, and now we're dealing with her, and it's not her fault, but at the same time, it's really been hard, Judge.
Okay. Apparently because of the jail crowding situation, they want all of our cases set for a hearing. We do need some waivers of arraignment on the family violence case and the burglary of vehicle case. So if you
Yes,
can
Your
get
Honor.
those to us. I'm going to set these 4 cases for trials some months ahead. When are we
Okay.
setting, Rihanna?
Judge, right now we're set up to the second week of June.
Okay. Now that'll give you a little bit of time, but if, as soon as you work everything out, let us know, and then we can schedule them for a
Yes.
plea or get them dismissed.
Absolutely, Judge. Sorry about
Thank
that, but it's even Mr. Adams and his mother are like, what's going on? But I'm trying. It's just hard to get these things resolved. There's a lot of them.
All right, thank
Okay.
you. If there's
And
nothing
Judge-
further, you may be excused on that case, but I understand you're doing a plea for Mr. Rosales.
Yes, is that on Zoom as well? That's what I was about to
Yes.
ask you.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Take care of it
I
right
have
now.
not.
And next,
Okay,
if I
Judge.
can have Oscar Macias, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
It's coming out.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mr. Cifuentes is in the waiting room. for the
Yes.
interpretation.
Sounds good. They did change them, Judge.
Okay,
Yes. So you're trying to get a right.
all right. Court calls the cases of the state of Texas versus Oscar Macias, 2023-0C-10388, 2023-0C-10529. We're here for a plea. What says the state
Stephen Lucy on behalf of the state of Texas, we're ready to proceed.
and the defense?
Your Honor, Louis Gutierrez, I'm standing in for Mr. Rosales. I believe the defendant has been instructed and had already signed the plea papers before I got involved. Your Honor.
All right, you are Oscar Macias.
Yes, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Swear.
Charged with the offenses of criminal trespass on both these cases, one occurring October 11th, 2023, and the other one October 26th, 2023, both in El Paso County, Texas. To those charges, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Okay.
Court will follow the state's recommendation, finds you guilty on each of these, sentence you to 12 days in jail plus court costs with credit for time served on everything. Anything further, Mr. Gutierrez?
No, Your Honor.
Hey, you may be excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
And I need a public defender, Eric Mesa and Mr. Anderson.
Judge, those were the only two pleas that or three pleas that I had on my docket. Can I go ahead and be excused?
Yes, sir. Thank you,
All right.
Chris.
Thank you, Judge. We'll see you in the afternoon.
Judge, for the public defender cases, Edwards Devante was reset for after the felony bond hearing.
Oh,
And-
that's right.
And then Benya Eli was reset to next week for the safety plan.
That's right. Okay.
Judge, Mr. Anderson is in the 168th for his docket call. However, his office said they would let him know that we're waiting for him to get on here.
Okay. He's always somewhere. Tell him that he can come to the court if he needs to get online.
Yes, Judge, I'll let him know.
Thank you.
Mr. Mesa should be logging in, Judge.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Cifuentes.
Good
We're
morning, Judge.
just waiting for the defendant's attorney to show up.
Okay, is this the defendant?
It's, yes, Mr. Limas.
Limas? Okay. Javier Limas.
Yes.
Okay.
We have not turned on the interpreter function yet, but let me go ahead and do that.
Well, the jail would assist him, and I don't see any officers with him.
They should be there. There's
Señor,
Anderson.
señora Limas, ¿hay un oficial ahí con usted?
Sí.
Ahí presente.
Sí, ahí está.
Mr. Anderson is logging on. We're not going to be turning it on at this moment, Mr. Cifuentes. May I have Ricky Jackson, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Annex. Good morning, Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson didn't connect to audio, Judge.
He's still connecting. There he is. Good morning, Mr. Anderson. Court calls a case of the state of Texas versus Ricky Jackson, cause number 2023-0C06745. We're here for a pretrial. What says the state?
Stephen Lucy, on behalf of the state of Texas, we're ready to proceed.
And the defense.
Greg Anderson on behalf of Mr. Jackson, ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Okay. We set it for a pretrial because he's got quite a few days in jail. At last count, last week, he had over 211 days. What is happening on the felonies, Mr. Anderson?
Judge, I think my recollection is that they're all set on the trial track. I don't know what the trial date is. I'm certainly not opposed to the state dismissing the misdemeanors, and they can be used as extraneous as in the felony offenses. But I'm not sure that I can do anything with the misdemeanors at this time, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Lucy, do you have anything?
Your Honor, I emailed Eliana Lasaldi and David Vandenberg, who I believe are the felony prosecutors on the felonies, asking them for a global rec. But at this time, given the circumstances of the fact of the case, my recommendation is credit for time served. But
Okay.
as soon as I hear back from them, whether it's going to be dismissed as extraneous, I'll file it.
All right. We do need a waiver of arraignment on this, Mr. Anderson. But because he has so many days credit, we are going to go ahead and set it for a jury trial. And hopefully we'll hear back from the felony prosecutors and get this case taken care of before we're scheduled for trial.
That works, Judge.
All right. Anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay.
May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, we now have Mr. Mesa, so let me turn on the interpretation function.
Your Honor, is Mr. Limas excused?
No, I'll
Oh.
need you to turn on the interpretation function for him,
Okay,
and everybody can pick their language. Let me
Okay.
know when you're ready, Mr. Cifuentes.
un momentito.
Annex, if you have nothing further, you may be excused. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
You too.
Sí. Sí.
All right. Court calls the cases of the state of Texas versus Javier Limas, 2024-0C0-1335 and 2024 C01337. What says the state
Stephen Lucy, on behalf of the state of Texas, are ready to proceed.
and the defense?
Eric Meza, on behalf of the defense, Judge, also ready to proceed.
What do you have, Mr. Mesa?
Your Honor, I believe this is one where the bond hearing was automatically scheduled, but my understanding is he has an ICE hold due to some residency issues, and he's also has a pending federal case. We reached out to Mr. Lucy to see if he'd consider dismissing and just handing him over to the feds, but I don't think this is one where it would serve the court to go on a bond hearing.
I didn't see a nice hole. Glenn, can you check on that? And then
Yes, Judge.
there's obviously no federal case because they wouldn't let us bring him over if he was in federal custody at this point. There's a 2016 federal offense.
I saw that as well, Judge.
So let's check on that ICE hold.
Glenn, you're on mute.
Judge, I do see an ICE hold that was issued for him on 2/16/2024.
Okay. All right, then there's not much point in getting this done. Let's go ahead and pre-try it then, Mr. Lucy. Do you have a recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor, we are recommending credit for time served
All right. Mr.
and dismissing the resisting.
Okay, Mr. Mesa, what do you want to do?
Your Honor, I'd like probably to request the plea papers and discuss this with my client. I think maybe something he's interested in. I don't know if you have a couple minutes to put us in a breakout room.
Sure,
Okay,
absolutely.
I appreciate that, Your Honor.
Hey,
I'm having a little bit of a problem, Brianna, so I'm gonna co-host you and let you do it.
Okay. I also think he may not be able to do it without the officer there.
Oh, okay. Mr. Cifuentes, if you'll ask him to call the officer.
okay, that.
Thank you. We're going to send him to a breakout room, officer, so they can confer with his attorney.
I'm not sure if Mr. Cifuentes has to go too, because I don't know if Eric and
Mr. Mesa,
if they're on the
speak-
same channel.
Oh, that's right. So go ahead and send him as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay, thank you. Mr. Lucy, how are you holding up?
Uh, doing my best. Yeah, we had a lot of paperwork to do. Yes, but I think
Yeah,
I'm
I
almost there.
saw them coming in close to 10 and I thought, I'm not about to get on right now.
Yeah.
I was going to send you a message to go to sleep.
Well, it really helped out.
Good.
I think I just got to print everything out now.
Well, you are definitely diligent.
Yes. Thank you.
The court appreciates that.
Mhm.
Judge, we have a new public defender assigned to our court as well.
Oh, do we? Who's that?
Yes, Karina Rodriguez, I believe is her name, Judge.
Brand new?
I think she's from Otero County. She's brand new to here, but I believe that she was a public defender in Otero County.
Okay.
She came by, introduced herself today, and you'll meet her today, yesterday, and you'll meet her today probably.
Okay, good. We finally have somebody. Hopefully she'll work out well. Because it looked like we were going to finish early. Mr. Mess is going to keep us here for the rest of our time.
Judge, regarding Mr. Macias who pled, Chris is asking if you're giving credit towards the court costs.
Yes,
Thank you.
it was credit for time served on everything.
Another question from Chris, if these are running concurrent, that it wasn't noted on the docket.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Tell them that anytime they're done together, they run concurrent.
Okay.
But I should have specified in the docket. We need to try to take care of Mr. Limas before there's a federal hold put on him. So we'll see what he wants to do. This new little gadget seems to be pretty stable. Seems like it resolved the issue.
Yes, Judge, you haven't
Yes.
cut out.
Good. All right, Mr. Mesa?
Thank you, Judge. Took a while. My Spanish isn't quite up to Mr. Cifuentes' caliber, but I do think we would like to accept the offer if Mr. Lewis can get me the plea papers. I mean, we're ready to plead whenever.
Okay, I was just commenting that we need to, if there's another federal case coming down, we need to try to take care of that before they put him in federal custody. And then he just sits there. So,
Yeah.
Mr. Lucy, if you can send those out as soon as possible, and Mr. Mesa, if you can get those back to us, we can put them on the docket for next week.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. If there's nothing further, you may be excused. Thank you, downtown.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And everybody is excused.
Judge.
If they get back there, all right. Okay.